Good afternoon, friend. How are you? How is your weekend going? How are you enjoying your Saturday? I'm trying to. 1 second. I'm trying to fix a banner right quick. Practicing leaves. There we go. We're gonna hit show. That way, hopefully, it'll help people figure out what I'm doing when I get it. If y'all join me, would you please say hey and let me know what's going on, really, that you're here and that you're watching. If you've been paying attention on my page, and I went live on my personal page today and not just on my business page, just so I could chat with some people. Maybe you guys, when y'all join me, if you'll just say hey and where you're watching from, we can pick up some conversation from there. I'm switching camera views so you can see what I'm got going on down here. I have been working on some one stroke painting where you do some roses and flowers and different flowers in one stroke the last few days, last couple of weeks actually. And here's some sunflowers and pansies that I did. And I'm just going to be working in my book here and just kind of working on some leaves. I was unaware that I had done some of the leaves wrong the other day. I gave them a big heart shape to them. When they're not heart shaped, they're kite shaped leaves. So what I'm planning to do today is practice the kite leaves, and then we may play with some wisteria or some 5 petals. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely going to work on these leaves a little bit. So I'm going to get a little bit of the green and a little bit of the yellow, and I'm going to load them up on my brush. I just wanted to pop in and see how everybody's weekend was going and just kind of do a little bit of practice with y'all. I painted one of the canvases that I'm doing for the certification here. Now, I did a practice canvas, let's put it that way. I'm going to get a little more, I need a little more thicket on here. And so I put a little bit more of the, so I painted that already today, so I'm just practicing some of these. I'm going to start up here and 1, 2, 3, and wiggle, 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 wiggle. Then you can pull it out, or you can just lift it up and see. Does it look kind of like it? Oh, I forgot. I got to do that to get my stem stroke part in there. Yeah, I think I did pretty decent on my kite leaf there. Okay. That's what I love about these plastic sleeve things. They are very handy for practicing. So 2, 3, and then we're just going to kind of wiggle. And then we come over here, 1, 2, 3, and as long as you give yourself enough paint in the brush, you should be pretty good. Now, this one, 2, 3, we're going to kind of wiggle. We start and we keep it there. Now we're going to kind of try and paint that twisty. That's going to be fun. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Here, let me wipe that off and let's look at that one again close up. It looks super simple. Of course, most of them do when you first glance at them, and they are once you figure out what you're doing. They're relatively easy to do once you figure it out. Sometimes taking the time to learn it is not always what we want to do, though. You know, I've learned my kids, none of them really liked it when it didn't come super fast and super easy. If they couldn't get it in a couple of times they didn't want to do it anymore. And I'm like, I'm really trying hard to not be that kind of an example. I want them to see the stick-to-itiveness to finish what you start. Okay. Hope I have all of that off. And I hope I'm not smearing more paint on here with this thing. I've had some paint in it too. Alright. Okay. So we're going to come wiggle, 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 twist and lift. Wiggle, wiggle, twist. Maybe. Maybe. All right. I like to practice on there for at least a couple of strokes on them. And then I bring them over to my paper. I'll leave these where I can see them. But I'll come over here. And I'll see over here. Oh, you know what? I forgot. It won't necessarily let me see comments from all my destinations right now. So let me come over here. Turn my volume off. All right. I think I'm going to have to see if I can find me where I'm live, not just my page. This is interesting. All right. There I am. All right. I'm just making sure that if anybody's talking to me, they can find me. All right, we're going to try this kite leaf again. I'm going to get it loaded up with some green and some yellow. And we've got kind of a line there that we're going to follow. 1, 2, 3. We kind of want to hold our handle up straight. Okay, I need to get some floating medium in here for sure. Pleasure. All right. 1, 2, 3. Down, swig, swig, wig, wig, wiggle. Now, 1, 2. Alexa, set a 30-minute timer. And then we'll kind of pull. Guess that's what happens when you have more than one Alexa in the house, huh, Zoe? Yep. She tells the Alexa in this room to have it to set a timer, and the one in the other room, in her room, her little dot wants to play, wants to say, "I'm sorry, but we can't do that." And the one in here says, "Okay, it's done." All right, so we're going to try again this one. That way we did the second time. So we're going to kind of start with here and here, and we're going to come down to kind of here. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Whoop, didn't want to. Thank you, Brenda. How are you, Miss Brenda? Are you enjoying your weekend? 1, 2, 3. This is not cooperating with me. Okay. Now it will. I think I'm trying to wiggle too far down. I think I figured out the other day you got to lift up a little bit sooner than you think you do to start twisting them. Well, I did that one with the fat wire. Bad. Anyway. So we're going to try this pretty leaf over here that's got a turn on it. So 1, 2, 3, wiggle, 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 wiggle down. And then 1, 2, 3. I'll keep working on it. It's not bad. I think my colors are too muddled. Whoops. But I will get them figured out. In fact, I think I need to add more yellow. Okay. That one needs to be done first. Oh, don't want it in there. I want it here. So anyway, while I'm learning my leaves, I thought I'd just say hey and see what everybody was doing. This is not a requirement for any class that I teach. I just thought I would work on learning them. My brush isn't flipping right. I'm not flipping something all the way over. Oh well. Well, I'm working on learning. Let's see if we can figure this out. This paint this side second, and keep getting a lot of color blending there that I don't want. So okay, hang on. There we go. All right, give me just a second, y'all, because I'm gonna have to delete it there when I get done. Oh well. Okay. I am obviously making a mess of these leaves today. Of course, it would be the day that I'm actually live and practicing them that it gets all messy on me. Or that I try something kind of tricky without having practiced it good before I got on it. That's the other thing. I haven't even practiced these before, so it's really a mess. Oh. All right. Wiping it down to get it sharper again. Grabbing some green, grabbing some yellow, going over here and loading my brush. I'm going to get some more loading medium because I keep forgetting to get that, and I know that that's part of what's going on with this uh, paper is really dry. I'm just kind of soaking the color in so there is no slide. Now, some of y'all may recall that that was just a big mistake. I just put it in there backwards. Slide the yellow in the gray, green in the green and the yellow, and that's just not going to work. Okay. Some of y'all will recall that I did pages upon pages upon pages. Not that I did them live, but I did do several pages of the other leaf before I finally got it even remotely right. So I'm sure we'll have some pages of these where I'm practicing on these. I was starting with that bigger brush because I thought it might be easier, but I'm wondering now if a smaller one would be better. Because I feel like I have a little more control with it. Let's see. Looking good. We'll catch the replay as I'm off to church soon. It's Sunday here. Oh, well, you have a good Lord's Day, and may you have a wonderful worship of our Lord. I'm just doing a little practice here, just practicing on these leaves, trying to figure out how to get them to do right. I'm trying to get this flip leaf going. Yeah, the only way to get better is to practice and then maybe even watch someone else while they're practicing. I give you that one. Then you learn at least what not to do, right? That one's looking better. I'm finally getting part of it, right? Yeah. All right, so I switched to a smaller brush because I needed it to be smaller because I like a little more control. So these are going to be a little smaller, at least for the time being. All right. 2, 3, wiggle, 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 down. Now, sorry, y'all, my daughter's in there baking, so the machine is like really loud sounding to me. I hope y'all can hear me over it. Sorry. It's okay. Have a great evening. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then you want to stand up and pull down. It didn't quite give me the full flip because this has got some yellow coming over on it on our tracer sheet, on our practice sheet. So we'll let this sit over here and dry for a few. 1, 2. So with this sitting right here where I can see it really good, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to wipe all the color out because it's like they've gotten muddled and I don't like them muddied. Don't know why they look muddy, but they just keep getting muddied together. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. As you're coming around here, there's got to be a better way. I've got to go back and watch her video, I guess. Because there's got to be an easier way to make that work. Because it's just making me pull my hair out. I'll practice my kite leaves. Too much paint on that one corner. Not enough of the other color at all. Okay. So there we go. Now we got the kite coming along. This little guy right here. That's looking pretty good. Might need to just get a little bit more of those colors on there. And stop running them backwards through the tray. Backwards through the puddle. I do it fine once, and then the next time I go over there to get it, I have a runway here that I've got yellow and green to mix in. But I've got it going backwards, where I keep putting green on the right and then yellow on the left, and then I'll go back the next time and do it backwards. It's not a big deal, except that we're trying to keep the colors on the same side so that it just doesn't cooperate. Okay. Well, just so you know, it's 6:30 where I'm at. All right, grabbing a little more green and a little more yellow. Grabbing a little more green and a little more yellow and properly loading them. Grabbing just a little bit more floating medium.
I think I have 6, but I know for a fact.
Okay, now. Okay, so there we go. That's much better.
I think that's where I messed up last time. I'm not really sure though. Well, lot. There's a lot more, and it's a lot easier to work with this time.
All right. Kite leaves. Kite leaves. Does it kind of resemble a kite? And that is way too muddy.
Well, sometimes we just gotta deal with what we have.
That is just way too muddy.
Or you could put another loaf pan.
Hey, if you're watching, if you would say hey, let me know you're watching. I would love it. Love to be able to say hey back and ask you about your weekend in particular.
That might be a better route to go to.
There's 7.
You know, I think that explains why it's so muddy, because it's getting muddy in that thing. My yellow and my green are getting muddy in there. Okay, I'm gonna put some yellow out here and some green out here.
And if these go over well, I can send them home with it. I can send some of them, whatever we have left over of them. I can send part of them home with Miss Donna, so she has some. Hopefully this time I don't overcook them, so Mom throws them away.
Okay, this side is like completely green. I don't know where the yellow is, that it's not on there, but
I bet you if you don't overcook them, you're gonna throw them away. Sometimes they're not distracted on the phone call. Are you?
We have more room than I thought we did.
okay, those are looking much better now. Okay, I need a clean sheet. I need a fresh sheet. We will set this.
Alexa,
In light of this.
set a 25-minute timer to go with the 31. We did last time. 2:45 minute timer. The other ones were a lot more liquidy, so I'm only doing them for 30 minutes.
Okay.
What am I looking at?
It's your story.
Okay. Y'all can hear them, I'm sure. They're entertaining to say the least.
What are you doing? Okay, those are not cooked. I'll leave it for you.
Oops, sorry y'all. I was trying to show y'all where I'm blending on just a palette here. That just got muddied. I have the green on one side and the yellow on the other, and I'm just gonna go right here. Giving just a little bit of floating medium in there. And there we go. Now, lift and pull. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
She getting this figured out, y'all.
Pull. I'm glad he believes in me. Because this is not quite the way it's supposed to go.
What about
There we go. See, the colors are getting mudded real fast. Real fast. All right, guys. Well, I've kept you long enough just practicing some leaves, but I thought I'd give you a little hint of something to work on. So I'll see you Monday. I'll probably not be on tomorrow. If I am, it will be a bonus, and it will probably be either some resin or some pouring. I'm not real sure which I want to do tomorrow, but I'm thinking for my brain break, I'm going to work on some resin stuff that I've got to do. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Thank y'all for chilling with me, and I'll talk to you Monday.